Hey, thought I'd make a quick video on how to replace the fog lights on a 2003 and all the way down to a 1998, I believe, Toyota Sienna. The bulbs are all the same for those years, so I think the procedure is going to be the same. These guys are toast, so I'm going to replace the entire housing. I've already replaced the other side. I'm going to show you how to do this. Basic hand tools, but it is a little bit of a pain in the butt, so let me show you what's up. One of the easiest ways, it's a little bit of a pain to do this, is to just turn the wheels in to the left a little bit, and then you got to remove the 3 screws. One's a Phillips head, the other 2 are 10mm bolt type screws that hold this inner housing on inside here. This is the Phillips head one, the other 2 underneath. Now, like on mine, the screws were old and the head snapped right off, so I had to dig them out, get the clips cleared out, go buy some new screws. But just kind of plan ahead for that. You're probably going to break those screws off. Next. Okay, once you've got this open and exposed, and yeah, the reservoir for the windshield washer fluid's in the way, but you can, at this point, you can see the back. I don't know if you can see it for this, but you can see that red connector there, that orange type. That's the back of that fog light. Just got to disconnect that, and then I'll show you how to get it out of there. In order to get the fog light assembly out, the housing, the lens, and etc., you've got to take the bulb out of the fixture. So, and that's basically how you got to get to the bulb to replace the bulbs too. You just give them a half a twist, a quarter of a twist, and they pull right out, and then they can be snapped out. Now, my new fixtures came with new bulbs. I'm going to save these because they're still good, but I'll just use the new bulbs. But pull that out, and then the next step. This is the new housing. I want to show you something that's important to see. When these are mounted up inside there, like this, see this white plastic deal? That's the focus, not focuser, but the adjuster for the height adjuster. So you can adjust it up and down to set the fog light. There's little tabs on the top of this thing. See those guys there? That little U-shaped thing? They fit into a housing back inside the fender here. That's, of course, solid, and you have to get back inside there, push those tabs down to be able to get the back of this thing started. And then these 2 studs, one on either side, there's a short one and a long one. The long one goes up along the fender, and I'll show you that from the front, and you just pry back basically the bumper surround on this in, and that'll free this up and the whole thing will snap out. But I'll show you when we get there. But first you got to loosen up this adjuster from back inside the fender. Do that with a little screwdriver. Just push in on the tabs and it'll loosen up. It'll start moving forward. Then you work from the front. Okay, once that adjuster, those little tabs on the adjuster are loose, you kind of push forward on the housing till they're completely released. Then take a screwdriver. What you're going to do is you're going to be prying on the side of this bumper mount to release the short stud on this. And once you've done that, this whole housing will move forward. You might even be able to see that thing down in there. There it is right there. Once you move that whole housing will slide forward. Then it's just a matter of kind of twisting it out. There's that short stud. It goes into that hole. Yeah, if your car's newer, you may want to be careful about, or cleaner. But if it's a 2003 like mine with 165,000 miles, it don't make much difference. But that's how that pops out of there. And once you got it out, installation reversal of removal. Put the stud in this side of your new one, into this side of the hole, slide it back. But you got to make sure that when you do, that this is black on the original, but you got to make sure this device will fit up to that hole in the back. When it does, it'll snap into place about the same time this will snap into place. Then just install the bulb from the back, and then put your new connector on. Put the housing back together, put the cowling back together so that it covers the inside of the fender, and you're done. That's all there is, babe. Talk to you.